The yellow taxi. It's as much a symbol of New York City as Lady Liberty herself.
Johnny?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I'm Chris.
Chris.
Nice to meet you.
But taxi drivers across the city, including Johnny here, who used to call it an honor, now say being a cabbie has become almost a burden.
This is something that I'm really proud of it, and now it seems like somebody has been taking away.
He blames the explosion of app-based vehicles like Uber and Lyft.
Out of control, so to speak.
See, the number of taxis is capped. There can't be any more than 13,000. But there's no rule for rideshare companies, and the total number of for-hire vehicles in the city now sits at over 130,000.
One of my little boys is 7 years old. I was like, Dad, do you really have to go out work? I say, I have to.
So Johnny's had to work longer hours to pick up enough fares just to scrape by.
And I don't have time for my family. And this is kind of sad in a way because I took something away from my family.
The problem is now front and center after 6 drivers recently took their own lives. One of them, Doug Shifter, writing in a lengthy Facebook post, there are, quote, too many feeding off the same pie. Another was a friend of Johnny's named Kenny Chow.
And this is what we call a taxi stand. Most of the cab driver, like this, sometimes they sit in the car, but most of the time they come to here and sit.
He took us to the taxi stand where Chow would sit with him on their breaks.
The problem is he's not making enough money. He's not keeping up with his mortgage.
Driver power! Union power! The Taxi Drivers Union here has organized protests to take place all this week right here in front of City Hall. They're hoping to persuade the city to do something. Mayor Bill de Blasio says they will. Other cities have seen similar problems and are now limiting the number of Uber and Lyft vehicles, something New York is strongly considering.
Hopefully they're going to change something.
But whatever happens, he says he won't quit the job he once held in such high esteem.
There's no way they could take that away from me.
Because he hopes his role will, one day, return to its former glory.
Johnny, it was a pleasure meeting you.
Reporting for The Now in New York,
You too.
I'm Chris Welch.